Hello everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day, and I'm using 3 decks today. Firstly, my Morgan Greer tarot deck. I'm also using my Aquarian tarot deck by David Palladini, and my Wildwood tarot by Mark Ryan, John Matthews and Will Worthington. And before I draw the cards today, I just want to make you aware that numerologically today is day 1. So this is a day of new beginnings and fresh starts, and really giving us a jolt of energy into our new cycle for the next 9 days. Also, being a Friday, this is a day associated with the gods Frey and Venus. So there's quite a loving, fertile and nurturing energy today as well. And our first card is the 2 of Swords. Now what we have here is a blindfolded woman, and she is holding these 2 swords in her hands. And basically what I'm getting from this is about making decisions. This is about making choices. And because she's blindfolded, this can be seen very much as her not being able to see what's going on around her. But the feeling I get very much from this is more one of she's not needing to look outside. She's looking inward here. So the fact that she's blindfolded actually stops her from being distracted in any way while she tries to make the decision that is clearly on her mind. And I'm also very drawn to one other thing in this card. Now, the moon is associated with the 2 of Swords, and we have that up in the sky here. However, we have a solar eclipse coming up on Sunday, and that will be right at the last gasp of Taurus moving into Gemini. Check this on online, and basically what we have is this will take place just before midnight Greenwich Mean Time, or UTC, which, as in the UK we're in British summertime now, that will actually be just before 1 o'clock in the UK, so I believe. So what I'm actually seeing is this not as a lunar eclipse or a crescent moon, but as the moon passing in front of the sun. And that also gives me this feeling of the inner mind and the intuition and the powers of the moon overpowering the external visual powers of the sun. So this to me feels today very much like an inner sight rather than an outer sight. Now our second card for today is the 4 of Rods. This is the 4 of Wands in other decks, and here what we have is a kind of a stability and a kind of a feeling of being grounded, a feeling of being stable, of having our home environment in a very strong and solid place today. And you know, this is something that I feel is very important for us, is to have that stable foundation and support network around us to help us to move forward. I'm also, as I'm looking at this card, this what looks like a bow, when I actually sort of look at it very closely here, really is almost transforming in my mind's eye into the shape of a heart, and it is pink. So this again for me reinforces this idea of having a stable foundation and support around us, so that we feel secure. We feel with our heart that we're in a good place. I'm also very, very drawn not only to that pink, but to the dark kind of orange red colour that we have at the bottom of this card, and that makes me feel and think of the stone red jasper, which is a stone I know we've had appear before. And if I compare the two, you will see what I'm talking about. Here is the red jasper, and you see how they're very, very similar colour. So this is again that stability, that grounding, and also jasper has a lot of healing properties as well. So this gives us the ability to use that grounded energy to heal any sort of issues or problems on a physical level that we may have. So I'm going to leave that with the card. And then our third card for today, and look at that, we have the Wanderer. Now the Wanderer is card 0 in the Wildwood, and this is the Fool in standard decks. This is those new beginnings that I was talking about before in the numerology. This is the person striking out, being able to make a fresh start with perhaps new projects, new ideas, and a new adventure, a new chapter in our lives. If you think back to the reading that we had for yesterday, which was about recuperation and healing and recovering, having done that now, we now have this new bold energy moving forwards towards the sunlight that we can see poking through these trees. And I'm also very drawn to the green in this girl's shirt. We also have we have an echo of the jasper. The brown is an echo of that earth energy here. So she's very very stable in herself, very grounded in herself. But the green suggests to me a sort of courage in a way. It really is a stone that more and more I'm associating with courage and adventure and intrepidity. So that very much is the sense that I get from this card today. And in honor of that, I'm actually going to place with that my Merkaba star of Green Aventurine. And the reason I'm doing that is because the Merkaba is a celestial vehicle, and also being a star shape, this reminds me of hope and of wishes. So I'm placing the star there to give our Wanderer not only that courage that she already has, but a vehicle to express it, and something to really make her hopes and her dreams come true. So if we look at the cards we have today, we have the Two of Swords, which is about the choices that we have available, but also that feeling of the moon overpowering the sun. And remember, we have that solar eclipse coming up in 2 days' time. So we have the moon overpowering the sun, we have intuition and inner sight overpowering the external obvious world in our choices today. We have grounding and security, and we also have that a feeling of just being in a very, very safe and supported place. We have our, in a sense, our home environment supporting us, and people around us that are supporting us today. And we have that new beginnings, that adventure energy with the Wanderer, and that sort of courage and hope from the green, for which I've applied the Green Aventurine Merkaba, so that our hopes and our dreams today really take flight. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day, and as always I hope you'll leave me some comments and let me know how these themes affect your day today. Please also feel free to check out my website www.theseerscave.webs.com for more information about my tools, myself, and the readings that I offer. I want to wish everyone a wonderful, happy, adventurous and fulfilling day today, whatever it is you do, whether you're starting some new project or idea, or whether you're simply enjoying the new possibilities and you're in the place of choosing your next adventure. I wish love, light, blessings and threath to you all.